Welcome back into another video. In today's video, we're going to talk about NFTs and Behaviour's official statement on these rumors. Behaviour posted on Twitter today and clarified all of the confusion. We're also going to take a deep dive into why the Pinhead voice lines left Dead by Daylight.
You open the box.
How's it going, everyone? My name is Schmuckles. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. I also stream on Twitch on Wednesday and Sunday nights. The link for that is in the description below. So an NFT is a unique, non-interchangeable unit of data stored in a digital ledger. They can represent items like photos, videos, audios, and other types of digital files. There's been a lot of rumors circulating around of NFTs being an expensive way to pay for the Pinhead voice lines. There were websites discovered that mentioned the Hellraiser NFTs, and even an NFT Roadmap. The roadmap mentioned that NFTs will be accessible in Dead by Daylight, which could be new characters, audio files, or any kind of digital file with data stored in it. So people immediately thought of the Pinhead voice lines. Today on Twitter, Behaviour said recently there's been some talk about NFTs, so we wanted to clear some things up. When we work on our licensing partners, we provide them with in-game models as well as chapter keys. They're free to use these however they see fit as the rightful owners of these characters. To be very clear, there is no exclusive in-game content linked with these models when they are distributed outside of the game in any way. So all these rumors of voice lines and more Pinhead content coming into DBD through the NFT files are actually fake. I'm not sure how that NFT roadmap was constructed, but it's not true. A lot of people want to know why the Pinhead voice lines were removed from Dead by Daylight. Based on Kote's interview with the King, it seems like there was some sort of licensing issue that came up. Kote and Behaviour weren't able to disclose a reason, so nobody knows for sure. But I did some research on copyright law that can help explain the kinds of licensing issues that could have come up with the Pinhead voice lines. Clive Barker wrote the original book, The Hellbound Heart. This is where the Hellraiser story was originally from. I found a copy of this book in Barnes & Noble, and Pinhead's voice lines are not in the book at all. Pinhead's entrance in the book doesn't have any dialogue that's similar to the movie dialogue.
The box. You opened it. We came.
It's just a puzzle box!
However, we know that Clive Barker also wrote the screenplay to the original Hellraiser. So he wrote in the screenplay the line, "The box, you opened it, we came." It made me wonder if they needed special permission from Clive Barker to use this dialogue. Since this December, Clive Barker will own the rights to the original Hellraiser screenplay in the US, maybe the copyright law gets a little bit messy since he's going to be owning that screenplay. That could explain why the voice lines were able to come out in the PTB in the first place. It wasn't illegal because Park Avenue Entertainment owns the screenplay right now, but Clive Barker is going to very soon. So if they need special permission from Clive Barker, maybe it's possible they work a deal out with him in the future. It's possible that Pinhead's voice lines will be added back in later. It all really depends on how the contract was written between Behaviour and Park Avenue Entertainment. Kote said we're not going to lose Pinhead or any in-game content once the rights go to Clive Barker. I wonder if somehow the dialogue rights weren't addressed in the contract. It seems like it could be a gray area. I mean, Kote and Behaviour are constantly learning the ins and outs of the licensing business, and maybe the Pinhead voice lines just come down to the dialogue wasn't addressed in the contract. I've seen some mixed sources on screenplay copyright law. One source said that copyright is automatically given to original works of authorship that are fixed in a tangible form of expression. This means that the dialogue itself is copyrighted. But on the other hand, another source said in most cases movie lines are not copyright protected, nor are they in the public domain. I don't actually think it's known who voiced Pinhead in the DBD voice lines, but Doug Bradley portrayed Pinhead in the original Hellraiser. Another possibility, if it doesn't have to do with Clive Barker or how the contract was written, is that they have to get the likeness rights through Doug Bradley if they want to use a voice that sounds similar to Doug Bradley. It's unlawful for the purpose of advertising or selling to knowingly use another's name, voice, signature, photograph, or likeness without that person's prior consent. I'm not sure if Doug Bradley was a part of the Hellraiser DLC at all. I contacted him and asked, and he didn't respond. Typically, Behaviour tries to get the likeness rights through the franchise owner, so that'd be Park Avenue Entertainment for Pinhead, and they get the likeness rights through the actor or actress who portrayed the character in the movie. The likeness rights are a way for Behaviour to bring in a character that looks and sounds like the character who portrayed them in the movie. I found an article where Matthew Kote talked about the likeness rights for Ash Williams, and it really applies to the Pinhead situation too. When talking about likeness rights, Kote said, "We have Michael Myers who wears a mask, so it doesn't really matter. Halloween's Laurie Strode is not a likeness. The same with Freddy Krueger and the same with Leatherface. A lot of these people wear masks. But with this guy, you can't do the character and do a semblance. You have to have Bruce Campbell. So a semblance is the outward appearance or apparent form of something when reality is different." So what Kote is saying is a lot of killers in DBD like Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, and Leatherface have masks on, so they're not recognizable as the characters that portrayed them. So in this way, they can do a semblance. This is a way to have the same same outward appearance of a character but to dodge the likeness rights of the characters with masks on. Or I'd say any character that doesn't look like the actor or actress that played them. This means that they might not have needed to get the likeness rights through Doug Bradley for Pinhead, but they might need his likeness rights for his voice. To me, it's coming down to one of these two reasons: Clive Barker's screenplay and the Hellraiser DLC contract, or Doug Bradley's likeness rights. Behaviour hasn't really been able to give a statement on this because all of the licensing deals are kept private. It's also possible that Behaviour doesn't see it as important to bring back the voice lines. I mean, they're working on balance changes and new chapters right now, so it's possible that fighting this fight just isn't worth it. It's not essential to the game, even if a lot of people want the voice lines back. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this content. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.